coming.
Okay, is it showing recording from your end though?
Okay, it's showing. It's showing now.
Oh yes. Okay, it's recording now. Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you too. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. I don't think I shared my screen the way I was supposed to share. All right. Bele, sorry about that. Okay, so yes. Okay, design thinking. Empathize. Putting yourself in your user's place so that you don't design or do your research or build the app based on yourself. Then when you're done with that, you need to define. That is where you need to analyze what you found during your all this. We are going to do it. We are going to put it into practice. We are going to put it into practice. Okay, that's why I'm just explaining it briefly like this. So in the course of building our app, we'll explore empathy. We'll explore the define stage, the ideate, the prototype, the testing, and implementation. So with each, starting from next Saturday, we are going to start from the empathy level all the way to the implementation level until we are done. Then we can produce our portfolio out of each of these tasks that we have carried out. So you don't want to miss out on any of these tasks because every task you are going to handle is what is going to form your portfolio. Okay. So they define everything we get during our research. We will define it in this stage. When we are done defining it, we are going to start trying to brainstorm on the different ideas, the many things we want to add to our app, the features we want to add. And we can't know what they are until we are done talking to people. We are going to talk to people, real people, your friends, people in your area, people in your workplace, wherever you are. We're going to do real practical stuff. And, so that you can understand the process instead of just me talking about it. You are going to go through the process yourself. Okay. So now, if you see these arrows the way they are iterative. This is just trying to say is, it's not usually a smooth process. For the fact that you have finished empathizing and you have moved to defining and you have moved to ideate doesn't mean you have to keep going. It's an iterative process, meaning you can have an issue in the ideate level and still come back to your define level and still come back to your empathizing level. Okay, because you want to fix it before you move back to prototyping. From prototype, you can go to test. Now, when you have tested and there's a problem, you need to still go back to prototype and fix whatever it is before you move on to implementation. And even the implementation is not guaranteed. That is what this arrow here is saying. It's saying from this implementation, you can still go back to the beginning. And that is why when you go to Google App, for instance, you're going to see so many versions of a particular app. You will see 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. And this is because these apps are being revised. They are being revised because even though the app has been released on Play Store, when people using these apps complain about something, they have to come back to these design processes again to check which of this stage they faltered. Is it the define stage? Is it the ideation? Where did they falter? Where is it the prototype? Was the issue with the prototype? So even while the app is being released, your job as a UX designer is not done, or even a UI, because at this point, both of you are working together. So you have to keep going back. You keep iterating until your app is perfect. And you are having less and less complaints about that. So the only exercise I want to give you is this. I want you to go to Play Store. Go to Play Store. Go through apps and see. If you notice when you're on Play Store, you're going to see some apps. Some apps having a rating of maybe less than 5, less than 4. Now, when you go to those apps, I want you to go down and read the reviews. You see a lot of unsatisfied users leaving reviews for some of these apps. And I want you to also check apps of very big popular companies. You will see that nobody is beyond these issues. Nobody is beyond these issues. And half of the time, the reason is because they don't like investing in UI UX. Somebody will say they want to build app and they will start with the developer and end with the developer. They don't even employ a UX person. It's just in the recent years that I'm noticing a lot of involvement of UI UX people in building websites and apps. But there was a time that if you tell them, oh, you have to pay for UX research, they'll be like, that's just them spending more money. But that money you refuse to spend on research, you end up spending it more when you come and you are recreating versions and versions and versions of your app, because the developer is not going to just be looking at you when you come to add a feature. For every time you come to add a new feature, the developer is going to charge you more money. To charge you more money. So that is why it's important to spend whatever you need to spend and be patient with your UI UX person so that they do their own part. If they're able to come up with a good research, a good finding after their research, they are going to build an app for you that will not require version 1.0, 1. No, you will not have those kind of problems. You won't have those kind of problems. You have less of those kind of problems. And that will mean saving a lot of money instead of redoing your app over and over. But most people, they just like to rush the process. That's why they keep going back and forth. If they let you pass through these processes carefully, you are going to minimize those mistakes to a very, very good level. Okay. So this is our project. This is our project. We're going to end with this briefing today. Okay, so throughout this course, we'll be working on a design challenge. The expectation is that you learn processes and techniques in this course. You apply those learnings to this project, building off your studies with real-world practice. Okay, so this is our project brief. Your task will be to create a mobile app that will let people find food that meets their health requirements and taste preference. For example, imagine you order food from a vendor who understands your food choice and knows what you're allergic to. Okay, so I'll help you walk through these tasks as we progress in this course. Each module contains practical exercises that build towards creating this app. Simply follow the exercises in this course and you'll be well on your way to creating this app. In the next module, you'll be asked with findings and you'll be tasked with finding and talking to users in the real world. Don't worry, we'll cover how to recruit, how to conduct and walk through user interviews together. So next week, I'm going to teach you how to come up with, because our research is going to commence from next Saturday. So by next Saturday, I'm going to teach you about user research, the different types of user research, and then how we can come up with our research questions. So that after that class, I would expect that you go and conduct your first research and submit your interview questions to me. That's all I want is the question, but you have to hold on to your findings because it is your findings that we are going to explore in the subsequent class. So that's what I'm telling you, with every task that we do is going to lead to a new task and to another task. Okay, so you're going to find out how to group your answers, how to display your answers, and then I want us to also check out this this website. It's a, I'm going to drop it in the, I'm going to drop it in the channel so that you can go and explore it. We're going to make use of whimsical.com. It's a website you use for designing for a beginner in UI UX. But I'm going to teach you how to exploit, how we are going to use it. We're not using it next week though, but I just want you to be familiar with it. Go and sign up on whimsical.com so that when the time comes, we'll explore it together. Okay. So if you have a question about this class, now will be the time. Hey, I forgot to record. Yinka will bury me. Sorry. Okay. So whimsical.com. Check it out. We're going to learn how to navigate whimsical.com because we are going to use it to display our research findings. This is going to be very interesting, believe me. The last bootcamp I attended on UI UX, this was the approach. I have been doing a lot of UI UX studying and everything, but when I joined this bootcamp, they made me create my portfolio by force because I refused to create a portfolio for myself for a whole year of doing UI UX. So I want to extend the same privilege to you so that you can build your own portfolio too and start your journey as a UX person, because I couldn't confidently call myself a UX person until I finally built my portfolio. Because when people talk to you, they'll say, "You're a UX person. Can I see your portfolio?" If you don't have that one to show, it makes you sound like a joke. So that's why I want to extend the same courtesy for you to own your own first portfolio. Even if it's this one you will show them, they will know how serious you are and it can land you a job immediately. So thank you for this session. Thank you for listening. If you don't have any questions, this will end our class for today.
All right. Thank you very much, Amina. And thanks to all the participants that have showed up. We really, really appreciate you. I'm speaking on behalf of Textilers. I'm Ellie, the president of Textilers, and we just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you, and especially to Amina. We look forward to, continuing this engagement till the end of the course, and to have great people graduate from this course and become, the best UX UI in the world. I think Precious wants to say something. I just want to say thank you. All right.
Okay, no, I didn't want to say anything. Thank you for the section. It was really a knowledgeable one, impactful one. So that was it.
Okay. If you know your friends that haven't joined, next week won't be a bad time for them to start since we're starting practicals proper. So if you know those who were, because I have a couple of names that just didn't join for one reason or the other, we're going to send them reminders. But in the meantime, I appreciate you for your time. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you next week by 4. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Amina.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you too. Thank you. Bye.